Hey, Chef Andre here. Today we're going to be doing some Paleo whipped cream. We're going to use some coconut cream here, so make sure it's chilled for at least a few hours. We're going to scoop out the solid part on the top. Make sure we reserve the watery part in the can. Save it for later. We're going to be using it. If you don't chill that coconut cream, it's not going to separate like that, and that is needed for this. After that, we're going to scoop it all out. Use our whip to whisk it up together. We want it to break it apart. We don't want any big chunks of the coconut fat that is separated from there. Be careful not to over whisk it, or else you're going to have the whipped cream all ready for you right there in the pot. There you go. Add just a little bit more of that reserved coconut liquid. Mix it up. You want a nice smooth consistency, and if you add too much, it's real hard to get it out. Half a teaspoon of tapioca starch. That's going to help it set up and get those nice stiff peaks when we use the whipped cream canister. Half a teaspoon of almond extract. Gives it a real nice flavor, a nice aroma. Add more if you like more, but don't overdo it. It can overpower it easily. We've got a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Again, add more if you like it. A tablespoon of honey. Don't want to do too much here, as we're trying to stay paleo and low carb. It does have a low glycemic index, and it's pretty good for us. Here we're going to add about 10 drops of the monk fruit extract. You could also use stevia if you'd like, but I prefer the monk fruit. Make sure we're whipping it up real good. Add a little bit more of that liquid if we need to. Remember, don't overbeat it, or else the whipped cream will be right there in your bowl. There we go. Now add it to our whipped cream canister. You can use a funnel if you'd like, but it does take a lot longer to do so. After we all get it in there, make sure you get your canister stuff all ready. And your canister should be chilled at this point. I like to have it in there for about a day before I do this, but if you're in a pinch, you can fill it up with ice and water, and in about 10 minutes it'll be ready, nice and chilled for you. Close it up tight. Be careful not to over tighten. These are made of aluminum and they can crack. On the nozzle, again, don't over tighten. There's a tiny little O-ring there, and if you squeeze it out or ruin it, you got to put another one on there. That's your little CO2 canister. Pop it in there, screw it on tight. You're going to hear a right around there. That's it dispensing into there. Shake it up real good now. You want to make sure everything's even in there and it didn't get too hard because the canister's cold. Test it out on the cutting board first, because if it's not right or it didn't set up, you don't want to ruin your berries or cake or whatever you're putting it on there. There you go. You can see it set up right, nice and stiff. Real nice, tasty treat. Add about 100 calories with the fruit and little bits of chocolate we put in there. Thanks for watching, and let's keep skinny tasty.